If you're the high achieving, successful woman who has it all together, but you keep attracting men who don't commit, who kick the can down the road, who ghost you, or they act confused, and they're not really in their masculine energy, in fact, you have a feeling that they might act a bit like a woman, then this video is for you because there are mistakes that you're probably making that are not your fault. They're very innocent mistakes that are costing you the deep masculine devotion that you desire from men. Hi, my name is Amanda. Welcome to this channel where we talk about how to manifest what you want in life with all of the extra stress, chaos, and drama most people are accustomed to. I've been coaching women in different areas of their lives for 15 years, and lately we've been talking a lot about relationship dynamics. We've been talking a lot about masculine energy, feminine energy, how they work together. We've been talking a lot about nervous system regulation. So if that's something that's interesting to you, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that we have coming out on this channel. Also, make sure to give it a like because it helps us get it in front of more people. This channel is growing pretty rapidly, which is very exciting. And a lot of the feedback that we've been getting is that, a lot of you have been following this kind of content for many years, spirituality content, energetics content, metaphysics content, and it didn't really make sense to you until now, which makes me very happy because when things like feminine energy finally clicked for me and I understood it, I would spend 3 years deconstructing what I did and what happened to be able to translate it to a more analytical Western mind. So once again, make sure to subscribe if that is something that you are looking for and give it a like. As always, if I have extra resources for those of you who want to go deeper into the content I'm talking about in this video, I will make mention of it throughout the video. Right now, all of our courses and trainings are 50% off through December 2nd. Just use code BLACK at checkout. And you can find all the trainings that we have available in the description below, complete with course curriculum, success stories, pricing, you name it. It's all 50% off, code BLACK. And if you want to be the first to know about our sales and new offers and things like that, then make sure to join our email list. You will find the link for that below as well. So let's get into it. Let's go into the innocent mistakes that women make when they are dating that push healthy masculine men away and will attract more of the feminized men that a lot of you seem to be complaining about lately. I know that there's a lot going on right now on social media and the news about the crisis of masculinity and how there is a masculinity crisis. I agree, and I would also say that there's also a femininity crisis. They're both in crisis, and they're both lonely. And it's not men are bad or women are bad, it's just how do we all take ownership for our side of the street and become healthier people. And the mistakes for dating, I go a lot deeper into this stuff in Feminine Magnetism Mastery, which you can find below. And again, you can get 50% off that program through December 2nd for Black Friday using the code BLACK. So if you want to go deeper into dating specifically and the mistakes, then I would check that one out, and also the Magnetic Commitment Program. Remember those off the top of my head. So let's get into it. Here are the innocent mistakes. Number 1, overleading and over-functioning. So that looks like a woman planning the dates. It looks like her initiating the conversations and essentially making it easy for him. Now, why is this an innocent mistake? It's an innocent mistake because you think you're being a good person. You think you're making his life easier, therefore in making his life easier, then obviously he's going to become more attracted to you, when in reality, men are wired in the opposite direction. Men are wired to overcome challenge. So if you are not a challenge, he is not going to fall in love with you. The other reason why this is an innocent mistake is because perhaps at work, and I understand this because this was something I struggled with for a very long time, at work, you might be in CEO mode 24/7, or if you have children, same thing. You're in CEO mode 24/7 managing kids. You have to be making decisions all the time. You have to control the environment. You have to be moving the energy. And what happens is because that gets you success in your career, then a lot of women make the mistake of bringing that into their romantic relationships, and it backfires. Masculine men, healthy men, they need space to lead. They need space to step up. And if you fill in all the needs, then there's really no space for him to step up, and there's no polarity, and there's no way for him to become attracted to you. The second innocent mistake is hiding your heart behind perfection. So perhaps you start showing up as polished, powerful, and put together, but you're emotionally unavailable, or worse, you're a wreck. on the inside. So a lot of women will do this. They will show up perfect on the outside, but it is a disaster on the inside. They feel unsafe, they're anxious, they're dysregulated a lot of the time, and then that stuff comes out later, and a man is like, whoa, what did I just get myself into, right? She presented in this one way, but what's actually going on is this craziness over here. So what a lot of women do is that they try and look perfect, or they do all the external things to be perfect and likable, when in reality it's your vulnerability and it's what you've got going on the inside that attracts a man more than anything. Now, don't get me wrong, men are visual creatures. Men obviously do like it when you are attractive and you take care of yourself and all those kinds of things. For example, my husband bought me makeup and hair classes earlier this year for my birthday because he saw me struggling with a curling iron. I still haven't quite figured out the curling iron, right? But he got me these classes because he likes it when I'm made up and pretty, right? He likes it. Of course he likes it. Any man is going to like it. I take care of myself. I work out. I hydrate. I moisturize. I do all the things that I need to do that any healthy human being who values themselves and takes care of themselves would be doing anyway. So it's not like an accomplishment if you do that. But the biggest shift for me, because I was doing all that stuff before, the biggest shift for me was learning how to be vulnerable, learning how to get in touch with my feelings, learning how to communicate the emotions in a healthy way where a masculine man is going to understand, or learning also. Magic is learning how to communicate your desires in a feminine way. That is like a magnet to a healthy masculine man. Because what masculine men crave more than anything is connection, emotional connection. They don't get that themselves, and they don't get it from other dudes. They get it from you. So they want the emotional connection, not the performance. And men know when a woman is performing. They know when it's not real. They know when it's like lipstick on a pig. Sorry for the analogy. But they know that. They know that when a woman's like all made up on the outside, but on the inside, she's not well. She's not good at all. They know it. They know it. They can smell it. They can sense it. And for the ones who can't smell it and sense it, then it ends up being like a horrible surprise for them later, right? And then they probably end up in red pill after that, right? So a woman needs to learn how to be vulnerable and know how to express that vulnerability. And again, I go more into that in Feminine Magnetism Mastery specifically, and you can get it for 50% off. Use code BLACK at the checkout. So why is that an innocent mistake? It's an innocent mistake because no one's been taught that what you have going on the inside matters. I mean, we talk about it like it's a platitude, but no one's really been taught these skills of how to emotionally regulate themselves. No one's taught the skill of being vulnerable. No one is taught how to communicate in a feminine way. All those traditions got lost in the Western world. So of course it's an innocent mistake. You're just doing what you think you should be doing. And then the next mistake, innocent mistake, that a lot of women make in dating is when they date from their head and not their bodies or their hearts. So what happens is women, because again, in the modern world that we live in, a lot of what is rewarded is masculine energy. A lot of what's rewarded is analyzing. A lot of what's rewarded is pushing things forward and achievement. But what happens is when a woman brings that into her dating, it's going to backfire. And it's an innocent mistake because, again, I do this at work. I do this in every other area of my life, and it works there, and I get rewarded, and I get the pat on the back, or I make more money, or I get my kids to do what I need them to do. Why is it not working over here? Well, it's not working over there because that's not how the psychology of polarity works. So a lot of times what these innocent mistakes look like is a woman who analyzes everything. What did the text message mean? How do I strategize this? What do I say when he says this? A lot of you come in the comment section with stuff like that, right? Or a lot of you like ruminate over conversations that happened years ago with some guy. A lot of you will do that. There's like an over analyzing. There's too much energy up here. Another thing that happens is a lot of these women will be disconnected from their feminine essence. So they will be disconnected from their intuition, from their emotion, from their embodiment. A lot of them are just disconnected from their bodies, period. Like I said, all the energy is neck up, neck down, dead. And for a lot of women, our energy is in the heart and in the womb, right? A lot of women need to learn how to get down there, right? Wake that part of you up again. But a lot of women are not doing that. They're very disconnected from all of that. And what happens is that masculine men are drawn to a woman who's in her body, who is present, who is emotionally regulated, who is radiant, and who is alive. She's alive. Her body is alive, and it's an energy that they can actually feel. So here's a quick recap. You're not actually doing anything wrong. You're just making a lot of innocent mistakes that perhaps work in some areas of your life but are not going to work in your dating life or in your relationships. For some of you, you're just operating in survival and not embodiment. So you have to realize and you have to learn and you have to get it through your brain. And I know that it's challenging, which is why I started this YouTube channel, because it was challenging for me too. You have to learn that you are allowed to be soft and powerful. I'm going to have to do another video on that. I'm making a note of that. Soft and powerful. You have to learn that you can be desired and also divinely supported. So here's my invitation to you. You can get started with all the trainings that we have available. Feminine Magnetism Mastery is the 101 that goes into a lot of this stuff. It's the best place to start for those of you who have no idea where to start, and you can find the link for that below. You can also find our other relationship and polarity trainings in the description. And don't forget that you can get 50% off now through December 2nd. Just use the code BLACK at checkout. And that's my invitation to you to really start learning what these things look like, because when you join our containers, what I'm able to do is I'm able to go really, really, really deep into this content that a 15-minute YouTube video simply does not afford me. And you can ask my students. I'm constantly sending emails and checking in and being like, what's going on, and getting feedback. I'm not able to do that on a YouTube channel, but I am able to do that once you join the containers. And a lot of this will make a lot more sense when you have the full context. So check out the trainings below. Use the code BLACK, 50% off now through December 2nd. And if you want to be the first to know when we have promotions, new products, new trainings, you name it, maybe I got a couple retreats in Mexico in the works, let's see, then make sure to join the email list, which you can do for free below as well. Thank you so much for giving me your time today, and I'll catch you on the next one.